Malamang ubusin ito, nagagastusin mga kababayan hanggang December kasi ayaw tantanan ni Sara ang pag-iikot sa buong mundo. Susunod na pupunta niya mga kababayan, yung Japan. Imagine, gumagastos tayo from the taxes of the Filipino people para sa security ni Sara na milyon-milyon na wala man pong uwi. No gains at all, zero gains para sa ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Kaparitso niya, lahat mga kababayan. Sa lahat kaparitso, inuubos yung milyon-milyon na pera ng bayan. Yan o. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. Nagpa-presscon yung Office of the Vice President para sabihin kung ano yung mga pinagagawa ni Sara Duterte at saka yung kanyang opisina. O ngayon, naitanong ng mga reporters, magkano niya yung gastos para sa kanyang travel? Ayun, umabot na pala mga kababayan sa 20 million. 20 million plus. Yan o. OBP says it has spent 20.68 million on BP Sara Duterte's local and foreign trips from January to July 2025. Ang akala ko ba, walang gastos daw. Personal niya yung mga foreign trips niya. Yun pala, 20 million. 20 million plus ang gastos sa foreign trips. Local and foreign trips from January to July 2025. Wala man lang balik po para sa ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Yung gastos niyang more than 20 million. Walang gains. Walang naiuwi. Nanira pa. Di ba? Wala nang pakinabang yung Pilipinas, yung ating mga mamamayang Filipino sa kanyang mga travel, lahat pang personal, yung pakikipaglaban. Ipinaglalaban niya yung kanyang tatay. Nang sabi, personal daw niya yung gastos. Paano naging personal? Na ito pala yung gastos. Yan o. 20.68 million pesos. Sara Duterte's local and foreign trips. Loging-logi po talaga ang ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Kaya ito mga DDS na nanggagatong po ng kaguluhan para iluklok si Sara Duterte. Gustong itulad tayo sa Indonesia, sa Bangladesh, or sa Nepal. Kung magrarally kayo, dapat doon kayo magrally sa Davao. At should be yung rally directed sa mga Duterte, lalo na po kay Sara. Patalsikin si Sara. Siya dapat yung nagre-resign. Di ba? Hindi yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na gustong idamay yung mga militant organization, ang sigaw nila, resign all, Marcos, singilin. Ano man sisingilin ninyo sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos? Nasabi nga natin, napakalinaw, ang nag-expose ng korupsyon, yung ating Pangulo. At ngayon nga, may mga kinasuhan na po, 18 na mga opisyal ng DPWH ang kinasuhan na sa Ombudsman. You see? Tinailan ng kaso sa Ombudsman kanina ni DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon. So walang rason, baseless yung inyong mga pinagsasabi, mga akusasyon na gusto ninyong idama yung ating Pangulong Bongbong. Ito si Sara Duterte, napakalinaw. You can just imagine, gumastos siya ng 20 million plus. Wala man pakinabang yung Pilipinas. Tapos yung sabi pa niya, wala daw gasto. Walang gastos ang gobyerno sa kanyang mga foreign travels. Pagkatapos ngayon, inamin ang kanyang opisina. Ito ngayon, mga kababayan, yung report ng ABS-CBN 1 hour ago. The Office of the Vice President says it has spent 20.68 million pesos sa travel ni Sara, local and foreign travel. 13.207 million para sa local trips and 7.47 47.3 million para sa kanyang foreign trips. Yung amount daw covers expenses for security personnel only. As BP Duterte shoulders her personal expenses. So ang ibig sabihin, yung kanyang personal expenses po, yung sa kanya lang pala, na yung security po, sa kanya pa rin yun. Dapat sagot niya, pati yung sa security, yung gastos ng security, ang dami-dami. You see? This is very unfair mga kababayan. Ito ang kaprotesta na pwedeng itulad mga kababayan sa Nepal. Di ba? Matindi itong pag-aaboso mga kababayan sa paggagamit ng pondo ng gobyerno. Imagine sa security niya pala ito lahat. Kasi yung sa kanya daw, na personal niyang gastos. Pero itong security, ano to? Di ba personal din tong dapat ginastusan niya? Kasi yung mga travels niya po, hindi man official travel. Personal travel. So nalostay pa rin yung pondo ng ating gobyerno. Yan o. OBP says under 2025 budget, BP Sara Duterte still has 41.61 million pesos remaining in her agency's travel fund. Malamang ubusin ito, nagagastusin mga kababayan hanggang December kasi ayaw tantanan ni Sara ang pag-iikot sa buong mundo. Susunod na pupunta niya mga kababayan, yung Japan. Imagine, gumagastos tayo from the taxes of the Filipino people para sa security ni Sara na milyon-milyon na wala man pong uwi. No gains at all, zero gains para sa ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Kaparitso niya, lahat mga kababayan. Sa lahat kaparitso, inuubos yung milyon-milyon na pera ng bayan. Yan o. 7.5 million spent on security for Sara Duterte's overseas trips. Ito yung press con, mga kababayan kanina, pakinggan natin.
Isaac, and then we have Sir Kelvin.
Going back to the question earlier, the total travel expenses of the OVP as of July 31 is 20.68 million. I stand corrected with the statement of 20 million for the foreign travels. The 20.68 million, 13.21 million of which is under local travels and 7.47 million under the foreign travels of the OVP. Out of 20.68 million as of July 31, 13.207 million under local travels and foreign travels 7.473 million.
Ilang percent po ito ng total allocation for 2025?
More or less 25% for the foreign travels and for the local travels around 40%. 40 for the local.
Titira pa kayo, sir, more or less?
As of July 31, the balances are 17.585 million for local and foreign 24.03 million.
Zero gains mga kababayan. Wala man lang pakinabang yung ating mga mamamayang Filipino sa foreign travel ni Sara Duterte, ang personal niya para sa kanyang tatay. Pero ang nagagastos po tayo through the taxes of the Filipino people para yun sa security niya daw. Imagine that. Galit yung mga tao. Pati personal trip, government pa rin ang nagbabayad. Galit ito. Lahat na lang ninanakaw kapat. Sabi ni Efren, sarap buhay sa bantay. Sabi ni Rod, wow, kapal ng mukha. Sabi ni Jesse Giron, grabe ha. Sabi ni Nelia Ortiz, kahit naman yung sinasabi niyang personal fund niya na namamasyal abroad, saan galing yon? Taxpayers money ang sinasahod niya. Wala naman siyang negosyo o maybe galing sa Pugos Drugs or nagkaroon din sila ng isabong. Sabi ni Lino Sukgang, dapat nga tanggalan na ng security at bawasan o alisan ng travel fund at idagdag sa travel fund ni idol na bilyones para mangutang para sa flood control sa lubog na ang bansa sa baha at utang. Sabi ni Juanita Briones, an insult to the taxpayers. Sabi ni Opox, grabe na to, namamasya lang, milyones ang gastos, bukod pa sa pagkain at allowance ng mga tagabantay. Saan kaya pinupulot ang mga pera, milyones? Sabi ni Veronica Poblete, kapal ng mukha eh. Sabi ni Myla Zapata, nasasayang lang pera ng bayan. Zero gauge mga kababayan. Hindi tulad ng mga official travels ng ating Pangulo na lahat mga kababayan para sa kapakanan ng ating bansa. Yung latest po sa Cambodia, mga official engagement at may pakinabang kasi po may mga kausap na mga investors na mag-i-invest dito sa ating bansa. Yan lagi ang priority ng ating Pangulong Bongbong. You see? Ngayon, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos nasa Ilocos ngayon. Kasi 108th birthday anniversary ng kanyang tatay, si Apo Lakay. Nandun din si dating First Lady Lisa Marcos, Imelda Marcos, at siyempre si First Lady Lisa Marcos at buong family. So yan ang ating Pangulo. Marcos 108, birthday, anniversary. So sabi dito, sa report ng Inquirer, Marcos honors late father. He left a legacy of service, sacrifice. Yan ang legacy ng dating Pangulong Marcos Sr. Sakripisyo, serbisyo at sakripisyo. Yung previous administration, ang legacy po, EGK, kaya nakakulong po. Pagkatapos sabi ni Atty. Kaufman, gusto daw nilang makiusap sa ating Pangulong Bongbong para pahintulutan na makauwi dito yung dating Pangulong Digong. sabi ni Lucas Bersamin, it is outside of our purview. Sino yung abogadong yan? You see? O ngayon, pakinggan natin mga kababayan yung mensahe ng ating Pangulo sa birthday ng kanyang tatay.
Ng 108th birthday ng aking ama. The provincial and government officials, employees, residents of Batak, of course, First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos, fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, the most special guest of all is our, tama yung sinabi ni Gob, our forever First Lady Imelda Marcos.
Ang ganda pa rin ni Mrs. Marcos, Imelda Marcos.
Naimbag nga bigat kada kayo amin. And first of all, I would like to thank all of you to have taken the time to join us as we celebrate the 108th birthday of my father here in Batak. It is as you can imagine, it is a very, very important day for the Marcos family because we remember the greatest of all of us, President Ferdinand Erdelin Marcos. Whenever we come and commemorate the life of Ferdinand Marcos, whenever we go back and relive the life and the life of service of Ferdinand Marcos, not only when he was president, but through his entire life. What we always can see, and what is always spoken of, is the great legacy that he has left us. It is a legacy of service. It is a legacy of sacrifice. It is a legacy wherein he made it very clear to us that if you are going to be a good Ilocano, if you are going to be a good Filipino, then you must be willing to sacrifice everything, including your life, for the Filipino, for the Philippines. We must always remember that to provide good service, to be able to bring good service to our people, then that will need, that we must remember, we must be motivated by the lessons that he left with us, the lessons that we must exercise good judgment and always side with the national interest and the interest of Filipinos. In everything that we do, we must be motivated by a true commitment to service, and it must be driven by a true love of every single Filipino and a love for the Republic of the Philippines. These are the many, many lessons that we must maintain always our dignity, and we must always respect the dignity of every Filipino. And not only respect the dignity of every Filipino, but we must fight for the dignity of every Filipino. We will not allow for any great power, any person, to humiliate or to put down any Filipino. We must also always remember that we must do the right thing. That despite the difficulties, we must always find ourselves on the right side of history. I always remember when I was still a boy, and he would constantly say, and that was something that was anathema to all of his thinking and all of his policies. And there was another lesson that we learned from, I was about to say the old man, kasi ganun nang, that is how we referred to him when he was alive. And another lesson that we learned from him is that we must always maintain our own dignity and the dignity of the country. And we must always continue to sacrifice that and to remember that sometimes the best thing to do, the most honorable thing to do, is the hardest thing that you have to do. But that is the sacrifice that we make, and that is the commitment that we have to the service of Filipino people. So when we remember all of these lessons and the very, very important and very, very wide-ranging and deep legacy that Ferdinand Marcos left to us, what we now, those of us who are still here and still hold his memory in reverence, what we need to do is to make ourselves worthy of that legacy, worthy inheritors of that legacy, that we must also live up to the standards that he set for us, that we must always continue to remember what we are doing, and that what we are doing is not for ourselves. What we are doing is for the country. What we are doing is for the Filipino people. And only then can we say that we are the proper inheritors of such a legacy. Only when we have shown that we have met the standard that he set for us when he was alive, and he continues to set for us in his memory, that is the only time that we can say, yes, we can continue his legacy. But this is not a job that is done by doing one good thing, two good things, three good things. We are only worthy of that legacy if we live a life of service, if we live a life of commitment, if we live a life of sacrifice for our people. If we continue to think of ways to help our people. One of the many things that he often would tell me, do not go by the path that is well trodden. Make your own way. Because if you follow other people, you will end up in just the same place. So that if you want to bring progress to the Philippines, if you want to bring a better life to Filipinos, you must find your own way. You must find your own path. And that is the most important lesson, in that we cannot continue to just do, as we refer to it now, business as usual, just go and continue what has always been done. We must continue to use our skills, our intelligence, our strengths, so that we can find new ways to be of service to the Filipino. So today, as we remember the life of Ferdinand Marcos, and we look to his legacy, what we must now remind ourselves is that we must ask ourselves, are we worthy of such a great legacy? Are we worthy of such an important legacy? Are we worthy of such a deep legacy? We will only be that if we can say that we have given our lives to the service of the Filipino. And that is the ultimate lesson that we must learn and to live by when we think of Ferdinand Edralin Marcos Sr. Thank you very much, and good morning.
Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga taga Mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, Eye Glow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po yung Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po sa mga pulses and other affected areas. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas na mga kasukasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Ito naman po, yung bagong product naming binibenta online. I am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley Powdered Drink Mix from Australia. Endorsed by cancer survivor Maritoni Fernandez. Yan po yung iba pang mga celebrity endorsers ng product. For your inquiries, sa mga gustong mag-try at mag-negosyo, mag-message na lang po kayo sa amin. Sa akin, sa aking messenger, Dante Maravillas. At yung mga magninegosyo, sa aking anak po, pa-orient po kayo, Riz Maravillas. Sa mga mahilig naman po sa mga imported bags and wallets, dumiretso na lang kayo kay Ma'am Eileen Rosales, Eileen Closet. Nakabase po siya sa Amerika.